Your Buddy, Peace and Harmony with you here today. We got a viewer question in on really how to get karma, how to get revenge onto a narcissist in their life. They are very angry and they're really sick of the betrayal, and they really feel a lot of anger and really want to lash out at them. So they want to know the best way to get back. I get a lot of questions daily really on this topic. And so I want to delve a little bit more deep into that. And when we talk about getting revenge, a lot of people think about keying cars, smear campaigns, yelling, having anger matches, pissing contests, as they say, telling their family, exposing them to others, things of this nature, reporting them on websites, and constantly following them, trying to find more and more dirt, more and more lies, more and more betrayal. And as I say, if you argue with a fool, there are two fools arguing. So you don't want to mirror their energy. You don't want to come back and react at them with a lot of anger. You don't want to put yourself in that position where, you're keying their car, they're egging their house, you're, trying to call their family, or trying to call their friends, you're, going over to their house late at night, or, yelling, or any of these sort of really out of control behaviors. So the best way you can really get revenge is to not care, is to completely not care and have a complete feeling of indifference for them. Because the narcissist preys really and really takes a gander on how much you care and how much attention you give them, how much ego feed you give them. That is what is important. So when you no longer hold them on a pedestal, when you no longer over-idealize them, when you no longer see them through the eyes of a target or a supply, when you realize that that is not the true you, that was a role that was assigned to you by the narcissist, that is not you, and you no longer want to be that. In a sense, you resign. You resign from that position of being their support, of being their ego feed, of being that which is giving everything to them and really getting nothing in return. So it is really owning your own reality and picking up the pieces, but realize that you have everything inside that you need. And to believe the falsehood that you need to depend on this person is just that. It's an irrational falsehood. So if you have become financially depending on this person, you need to stop. You need to stop becoming financially dependent on these people, and you need to stop becoming emotionally dependent on them as well. What I find oftentimes is that those people who have had long-standing relationships with a narcissist or a psychopath for that point, they have allowed them to become enmeshed or caused them to become really codependent. So the purpose of their life has become this person. This person has become who and what they live for to an extreme degree. And so you need to be able to have autonomy. And autonomy means to be self-reliant, self-dependent, have that freedom and the emotional resilience to be able to adapt and adjust to situations as they arise. Autonomy means to be reliant on yourself emotionally, physically, financially, and to be in emotional mastery. So the autonomy, which means you're not experiencing really that separation anxiety. The separation anxiety creates this feeling like I cannot go on without you. My life will not go on. My heart will not go on. You are so much a part of me that I find it difficult to separate. You need to go through the necessary grieving process and get through this process that, yes, it hurts. At first you might deny it. You might be in isolation. You might be bargaining, trying to get them back and forth. But eventually you're going to have to come to the acceptance and keep this person in their place, in your memory and in your heart. And a lot of people say, well, peace and harmony, how can I keep this person in my heart? How can I let them go, this easily? And I encourage you in this way. You have to love them for who they are. If they are abusive, then love them and realize that this person is an abusive person and that they have, created these emotional patterns, these personality patterns, these thought patterns, this pattern of relating to people to serve them. That is how they get by in life. That is not how you need to get by in life, and you don't need to be a victim around them. So you can separate yourself from them completely and separate yourself from that victim role that they have assigned and they will assign to other people in their life. And when I say let them go and love them for who they are, realize that they are an individual and realize that they might abuse, they might take advantage, and they might exploit others. You do not have to be a part of that. You do not have to contribute to that. But furthermore, you want to let them go without a grudge. Because the more grudges that you hold on to in life, the more attachments, the more energetic attachments that you hold on to, the more they still have their hook in you, the more they still have a negative impact on you. So it is very important to let them go and have a clean break, a clean release. Just let them go in love and light, as I say, and let go of them 100%. Give them back their life. Give them back their abuse. Give them back the responsibility for how they treat people. And do not take on the responsibility for trying to be responsible for their evolution, their, making them aware of their negative behavior, trying to teach them a lesson, all these sort of things. Do not assign that responsibility to yourself. Oftentimes that becomes an exercise of futility, and it causes you to stay in that fight or flight sort of anxiety, in that anger. And that can become very destructive. So you need to release the anger. Look at anger management classes if you truly have a problem with that. Go into, a room and scream into a pillow. Get it out of your system. Go on a physical walk and release it. Some people do all sorts of different things. They scream and yell and they get it out of their system, but you need to get it out of your system. I mean, if you allow it to stay with you, you become basically harboring a lot of anger in your life. And this becomes like a grudge. And a grudge, as you know, if you say the word grudge, you can probably feel it in your body. You can probably feel it knot up your stomach. And if you're allowing this person and thinking that this is positive, you should really examine that and say, how good is a grudge for me? Because a grudge will pull in your stomach. It'll pull your spine out of place. You'll begin to have back issues. You'll have neck issues. You won't be able to stand in peace and have a good posture because you're holding on to a grudge. And 95% of what we hold on to is subconscious. That means it's in the old, limbic brain. And if you're holding on to this, you are holding on to it, throughout your days, throughout your weeks, throughout your months. And, the DNA in your cells begins to feel this emotional toxicity as well. So this is felt as what we call a tension. And this keeps you separate from your joy and your happiness because your energy is robbed by this grudge, by this anger, by this hostility, by needing to fight back, by needing to correct them, by needing to stand up for yourself and what you deserve and how you should have been treated. What happened, what happened. All you really can look for now is the future and being conditioned by and attentive to what really brings you happiness. So if you can escape unscathed, which means unwounded, and heal yourself, and furthermore attend to the things that truly make you happy and bring you joy and bliss, that is your greatest revenge. Because if they, delight in seeing you angry, upset, the fact that they still have an impact on you, then don't give them that ego feed. The narcissist and the psychopath, need that ego feed to be, gratified, to think that they have this, posse of people whom are their lovers, they're this, they're that, they're support people. And so, don't be one of those people. It is okay to say no, and that is not me, and I am not related to that anymore. This person was perhaps a building block for you, part of your life, but it doesn't have to mean that they are there for the future. You have control over your future, and you must get to know yourself and really what makes you truly happy, what truly fulfilling, truly satisfied. And being a victim is not making you truly satisfied. Being hurt and being angry is not your greatest good. That is not your highest power. As you do that and release that, you will let go of that need to be in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight, constantly in battle. Let them go, and release the judgment, release the criticism. Don't get caught up in that knot, and release the grudges, and let them be who they are. They're going to continue to target. Don't make that your business. Don't make that your responsibility. But live and pay attention to what truly makes you happy, what truly makes you feel lighter emotions, what truly makes you feel happy, healthy, at peace, and at harmony, and give yourself the permission and the pleasure of healing through this quickly. Because if you've told yourself this is going to take me years to heal, then guess what? It's going to take you years to heal. If you can say, I can be done with this in 1 week, 30 days, or at least making progress in that amount of time, then you'll find that your body will attune to that, and you'll begin to live a productive life in that time frame. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.